All right. Good afternoon, leaders. I hope you are well. You guys don't want to talk to me, but it's okay. Nonetheless, there's a reason why I'm asking what I'm asking. Yesterday, the people that were here, there's certain things that were said that led to this meeting. We decided to do it like this. There's things that were mentioned in the meeting that piqued the interest of the people. So I just want to see, for those that were here yesterday, in the meeting, what is it that you guys asked for today that we share with you? Ndibu, you were there. Nosiza, you were there. If you guys can just remind us. I've asked you guys to unmute yourselves.
My leader, I came in late, very, very late. I think it was only 10 minutes left for the session to be done when I came in. So I didn't pick up.
Okay. All right. And Nosiza, you were there, right? Nosiza? Leaders, can I be honest? It doesn't help us having to speak all the time and you guys are not engaging. It's like listening to the radio. We are always talking, and you're not engaging. So it's not giving us that joy of wanting to, engage more and give more. So if you keep quiet, it's like we are talking to ourselves. So and that's not pleasant, Nosisa, I see you have unmuted yourself. You were there yesterday, right?
No, unfortunately, I wasn't there yesterday. I didn't have network.
Oh, you were not there? Or am I confusing with somebody else? Okay. All right. So there was somebody yesterday, but nonetheless, yeah, Mjali was here. So Mr. Mjali, just gonna give him time to join. And Maria Mativela wasn't there. Mr. Mjali was there. Mr. Mjali, good afternoon. Can you join with your audio, please? Yes. Yesterday, you were in the meeting, right? I've asked you to unmute yourself. Talk to me now. Do you remember what we spoke about yesterday? That led to today's session. Okay, I don't know if it's his network or what, because most of the time he battles with network. He'll be on the road. But anyway, yes. My leader.
Morning, leader.
Good afternoon. You were in the meeting yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yes. How did it go for you, and what led to today's session, if you can recall?
Yeah, yesterday it was about investment yabantu abaningi, like abazokhona ukuthi bahlanganise imali so that they can, like we were talking about this selling of this company of perfume. So we crowd, with if people like here in South Africa, we can recruit more people. Maybe each person can pop out that $200. At the end of the day, we can make it. We can make a lot of money to start something for ourselves.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. That was your understanding. Okay. Lindiwe Dlamini was in the meeting yesterday. I've asked her to unmute herself. Just as a reminder, just as a refresher. Lindiwe, can you please unmute yourself, my dear? Let's talk about yesterday that led us to today's meeting. As you can see, it's a different kind of meeting that we're going to have. So I just want to check with you if you remember what we discussed, and so that we can move to the next part, which is for today's meeting. Leaders, what is coming, by the way? I just want to check with you guys. because it makes it, you know, like it really makes it worthwhile when we are speaking to the people and we see that the people are plugged in and the people are paying attention, they are learning. If they are not understanding, they ask the question, then we are able to answer and, you know, educate, because we can never stop educating as long as we see that you are interested, you know. So Lindiwe, can I ask you to please unmute yourself and talk to me? NgesiZulu, it's fine. I can understand Zulu. It's just that I'm not that fluent in speaking Sizulu.
Hello,
Hey, hello. Hi, Lindiwe.
I'm right. Ngiyaphila.
Siyaphila unjani ma?
Ngilele. Wona ngiyagula.
Okay.
Ngiyagula ya.
Akunankinga.
Hayi ngiyagula asthmatic.
Awu, askis mama wami, askis. Kodwa
Ya,
mara
ngikhona
ngiyabonga
la.
ukuthi ube khona lana uzomamela nawe ufunde ukuthi ibhizinisi lihamba kanjani.
Yebo
Right.
ngiyalandela sengimdala vele sengizophuma nakabasi manje. Ngeke ngihlale ngapha
Oh.
ngoba vele ngimdala mina ayiphumela mina manje kuphela ukuthi ngoba ngithanda.
Uyakhumbula
Yebo.
ukuthi izolo bukhona ngithi emithini izolo.
Yebo ngene.
Okay. Uyakhumbula ukuthi besikhuluma ngani?
MLM mam.
MLCI, yes.
MLCI.
So, yeah. So namhlanje uLeader Zodwa actually mentioned a couple of things. Well, I know I speak a lot ngikhuluma kakhulu vele, but wakhuluma ngezinye izinto eziyeza interest abantu kakhulu. Let me just try and see if I can find yesterday's one. Yesterday was the 30th of May, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. There's a lot of people coming, which is great. Leaders are always also coming on board. Let me just find it quickly, if you don't mind. And the people that were chatting with us, who Jackie was there, Nomangesi was there, Mjali was there. Okay, Mona Sidumedi was there, Mokatisi was there. Is Mokatisi on this meeting today? Not really. Ulida Zamo was there. And who else? Majimeja was there. And then, okay, I think I might have lost. Oh, okay, here's this other one. Okay, I might have lost. She spoke a lot about something. I just want to see if you guys remember. Leader Zamo, go on. Aha, so it was Mokatisi that was asking, so he's not here. Okay. Oh. Leader Zamo, sawubona kunjani? Siyaphila baba. How's things going that side?
How's
things going on your side? Do you remember what we were talking about yesterday?
yeah,
That
little
led to
bit.
this meeting. Sorry?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. But I'm not sure if you understand my question. All right. The question was, I've been asking everyone. Uguti, yesterday we discussed in length. We broke it down, this thing here, MLCI, right? And we distinguished between MLM, MLCI, and how you are fitting in this MLCI space, and what's the benefits, the advantages and disadvantages of an MLCI, right? the advantages and disadvantages of an MLM. Okay. Okay, Zakele was there, but he kept cutting. He kept leaving because of network issues, I suppose. But nonetheless, I made an example that you guys can relate to. Uguti, MLCI obviously is crowdfunding. It's like crowd investing, right? Investing as a crowd towards something that we all need. Could be anything. It could be Evercent, it could be a mall, it could be anything. As long as there's benefit for everyone, we are all going to benefit equally, right? And the advantages is that you have a say. In an MLM, normal MLM company, you don't really have a say. You just abide by the rules. Meaning, just because whoever is dictators dictate when you just bow down to whatever that they decide. If they decide which is Valley company manje, you don't have a say. When your job is just to distribute the product. That's it. Yes, you would have gotten the commission out of it, but you don't really have much of a say when it comes to strategic business meetings, when it comes to strategic decisions or business decisions that have to be made. You are not necessarily an influencer. You are just a follower in that path. And also you're not exposed to financial statements, meaning income into the company, and also what's going out, the expenditures, like the financial information. All you know is that we are whole. It's like we are Ukupas John. Though you are signing your own check because you are paid according to commission, but you are not necessarily informed about what's really happening inside the company. That's MLM. MLCI is different. And in MLCI, there's no discrimination. According to Uguti, you cannot work because you are disabled. You cannot have a say because you are disabled, or you cannot hear. I mean, look at our business. We are having people with disabilities. We have children as beneficiaries. We have, like, they are co-owners in this because they are allowed to come in. You as the parent will be the one that's investing on their behalf, but you know that you are actually channeling, you are preparing for their future, right? So that's what we discussed in a nutshell, all right? And it was well received and well understood yesterday. Then now, welcome, Leader Zodwa. It's good to see you. You're looking all fabulous. It's good to see Leader Zodwa. And she mentioned a couple of things, actually. She mentioned there was a question, there was a specific question as to how, when, this question is the one that actually led us to where we are today. When do you really dictate or say, okay, I have made my targets inside MLCI, as in the crowdfunding? Then we said, you go as far as you can, right? Yes, you'll have your targets, but it depends on what is it that you're really trying to achieve. With our project, Evercent, we are wanting to achieve much more than just, selling of the perfumes and stuff, because we want to now move to the next phase of the project, meaning we are going to start producing body facial stuff like beauty care products, makeup, and all of that, accessories, body jewelries, bags, belts, ties, and then sportswear and stuff like that. So it's much bigger than just saying, okay, we need $100 million in fundraising, right? So it depends. And again, we said that because it's not the first MLCI business that we went into. The other one, Crypto Unit Program, it gave birth to a couple of businesses that are already there, right? So the question is what brought us here. And then Leader Zodwa was trying to paint this picture. This particular one, the previous one, Crypto Unit Program, it gave birth to Crypto Unit, meaning CRU token, our blockchain token, UNTB, and WCRU, and USDU, which is our stable coin. So now this one, we are having another token which we are expecting to be tokenized. Out of this MLCI, the proof of concept, will be having an NFT, right? That's why you are seeing the flyer saying all about crypto. You want to learn more about what NFTs are. How do you benefit from them in the future? How are they going to be of value, of use to you? And Ulida Zoto mentioned something about DAO. Somebody was asking, was very interested about the DAO thing. I don't know if she's in the mood to tell about it. And, you know, just to paint a picture, how are these things interconnected or interlinked? How can you benefit from them? It's not just about fundraising and you are getting the tokens. What use are they going to be, or purpose are they going to serve in the future that's going to benefit you as the participant right now? So now I don't want to waste or chow any much more airtime. I want to now hand over to my leader, my dearest leader, Zota, to give us more on this. Do you guys remember, for those that were paying attention, this is how we got to this session for today. I just want to see the ones that were here yesterday. Babam Chal, isn't it what we discussed yesterday? Ndibu, do you remember this part? Who else? I'm just trying to see who was there. Zakele, you were there, but slightly. Leader Zamo, do you remember? This is how we got to today's topic. Babam Charlie, do you remember?
Yeah, kodwa ke leader Zotto uzawuzosiphinda asithi full sikwazi ukuthi
No,
sibe mnandi sizwe
I'm
yonke
saying,
into.
what I'm saying now, isn't it what we discussed yesterday? I just want to check ukuthi you guys.
Yes, it is.
Did you understand?
That's why you are waiting for her to tell us today.
Pardon?
That's what you are waiting for her to tell us. That's why even today I said I will be here so that I can get more.
Okay, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, I'm
Let me
waiting
not
for
waste
her
any
now.
more time. Leader Zota. Hey, Sasa Saklinda ge.
You know, like I've been laughing at the background, you know. The reason I'm laughing, number one, we agreed that today is gonna be double. You bring somebody along.
Yes.
And I
that's
see
the
the
other
numbers
thing.
still the same.
That's the other
Can you
thing.
see? So should I talk? Should I leave it? Can you give me the sharing rights, my leader, so that I can share, because I'm using
Yes.
another device
Oh,
today.
yes. Let me just give you the, where are you? Who is
I don't even know. I don't even know what am I doing.
my leader? Okay. On dump is you. Okay, cool. I see.
I changed today so that I can differentiate between all these devices. Okay, let's do that. Let's see. I tried to do something. At the information that I saved, I didn't save in this laptop. I don't know where I saved it. I didn't save it. I don't know what has happened, but something just went wrong. Okay, I'm going to start. I think for everybody that has never met me, and me too. Okay, let's start. Let's start at the beginning. Let me start from the beginning. Is it, which slide is it? I needed to start from the beginning. Okay, I'm going to start with the simple topics that we normally touch on daily basis. You know, yesterday we spoke about ICO, we spoke of the STO, we spoke of the ICOA. Do you still remember? And then the difference is that it is very important for us to understand, to say, where are we? Which one are we doing, so that we can differentiate between all these tokens that we have and that we own, okay? So that you know, to say, when they're talking about this particular coin, what is it? Is it an ICO? Is it an STO? Is it an ICOA? There is a lot of things that we always talk about. Okay, so I'm gonna start small to say, what is the security? Oh, let me ask a question. Let me start asking this question. What is an STO? Full name of an STO. Oh, the full name of the ICO. Let's start there. If we can start there, so that I can see that we all understand the meaning of these terminologies. Please, on your chat, you can write You can write on this topic to say, oh, this is what I think it is. So can we in our chat just try and write to say, what does the ICO mean? STO mean? Remember, we are here to learn. We are all learning. So if I'm going to talk alone, we are not going to learn at the end of the day. So when you leave this session today, you need to say, oh, I know, what is it? So that we can also differentiate. Remember, you had maybe in our blockchain, they were saying vote for master nodes, vote for it. So you need to understand all the terminologies. If we understand the terminologies, we are going to go somewhere. You will understand where are we, so that you can see a bigger picture. So I'm waiting to see on the chat to say, what is the terminologies that I ask question, people are running away. Leaders will
Guys,
not learn if you are
this is
running
for
away.
your information. This is for you to know these things. Ungabi just a follower. You need to know them. Don't be intimidated. It is for your own personal gain, because you don't have a choice anymore. The world is going crypto, whether we like it or we don't. So the time is now for you to learn as much as you can about cryptocurrency. I think that's why you are here. Don't be intimidated, please.
Okay. I don't see answers.
Mama Maria says no idea. She has no idea what they mean.
Can you see? That's what I needed. That's what I need, because we are all of us are owning all these tokens. We are all owning these tokens. So that is why I want us to say, I have learned today. I believe in learning. Okay. We're going to start with an easy one, in ICO. In ICO, it's called an initial coin offering. ICO stands for initial coin offering. Okay. Within ICO, an ICO is a utility token. It is also used to start up a project. Normally, they will start up a project. That is why we hear there is a lot of coins that are being generated. There's a lot of things that are happening. Everybody, finally, there is a new coin. Everybody goes and get that coin. But at the end of the day, boom, the coin is missing. Nobody knows what happened. No, those guys, they create a hype to say this coin is going to make it, it's going to make it, it's going to make it. Why it is happening is that, okay, number one, you just get a coin. You don't even need, there is no registration needed. There is no verification needed. You register because you need the coin, but they will not ask you to say, verify. You can just buy it and nothing is happening. Okay, so it is not all, and it is unregulated. It is not regulated. So it's like I said, it is also a startup. Okay, a person will be needing some funds and then he'll generate a coin. Everybody can start an ICO. Believe you me, every person can just start an ICO. It is so simple to start up an ICO. No investors' rights. There is no protection. It is very high risk. Hence, I was saying, at the end of the day, like there is many coins that I can mention that they just disappeared on the thin air. You don't know what has happened. And at the end of the day, you cannot hold anybody responsible. There is some of them, they don't even have a white paper. It is just a coin. Coin. I'm here for this many coins. The greater tell at the end of the day, but what happens to those coins? So I'm going to make an example. Okay. We've also, in our own company, we also have this utility token, which is also an ICO. You can call them ICO, you can call them anything. Okay, for an example, we're going to talk about our own blockchain. In our blockchain, we've got utility tokens, we've got a security token. Can you see? So we also have them. And we also have the ICOA. So can you ever see a company that is having 3 different types of coins? Okay, let me also explain the STO. Okay, the STO, that is why when you register, they will start to say KYC, know your client. Can you see? They want to know you to say, what are we dealing with? Okay, it is regulated. That is why we had to go and register our company in Switzerland with the WCRU. It had a lot of regulation, a lot of red tapes to say they want this, they want this. An ICO does not have assets. It's just a coin. It's just have a coin. And with the STO, there is assets attached to that coin, okay? And there is assets that you say, okay, I am a coin ownership. There is investors' rights. There is investment contracts. One of the partners, one of these days was asking me, you guys are keep on saying, sign the contract, sign the contract, sign the contract. Why am I signing all these contracts? Because whatever that we are dealing with, it is regulated. It is a security coin, okay? It is a security token offering. So it means that side. Can you see the difference? The other one is regulated, the other one is not regulated. Let's start. I'm going to ask a simple question. In our own blockchain, which coins, or let me explain this one, the ICOA, because I'm going to go, the other one, the presentation that I had, it had the 3 different ones, the ICOA and also one. Remember yesterday I said the ICOA, it is a coin, initial coin offering with assets. For an example, the Popcoin, it is an ICO with assets, which they are picking up their transport, is for them scooters and everything. So those are the assets, meaning that the project will always be protected by these assets. Can you see? Because they know that if we are doing, those assets are going to bring us money, so always our coin is not going to disappear into thin air. Okay, so there's 3 different coins that we have. So now I'm asking this question. In the chat, I'm saying we are learning today. We are learning today. Please tell me which coin it is an ICO. Tell me the coin that is an ICOA. Tell me a coin that is an STO. So you just decide ICO, this one, STO, this one, so that we can correct each other. And then you know that when you go to your blockchain, you know, oh, this one is regulated, this one is not regulated, this one is doing this, this one is doing this. So let's go, let's see. I'm starting small, because I believe if I can start with a bigger thing, that we don't understand the small things, it will be putting you under the bus. And I don't want to put you under the bus. I want you. Hey, I'll assume it's the network. So which one is which? Or should I ask this easy term? Your WCRU, what type of a coin is it? I'm going to make it easy. WCRU, what type of a coin is it? We don't know. I leaders, we're not going to go to Davos. If we cannot get right this one, then we are not going to Davos. We are not going to master notes. We are not going to go to farming and everything. This is where we start. This is where we start. If we can master this one, I'm telling you, when you go to the other one, you'll be understanding to say, where are we? Okay. WCRU, what is it? STO, ICO, ICOA. Let me leave. I'm talking to myself.
It looks like it. No, Caesar is the one that's paying attention.
Because really, if leaders, we don't understand this simple terminology, because I wanted us to go and understand a bigger picture. Because if you can understand this bigger picture, when you go to these other assets, you are not going to get lost. You will follow. It is going to be easy for you to follow. Okay. For an example, we have your WCRU. Your WCRU is got assets attached to it. That makes it an STO. We just spoke about assets being attached. When the assets that are attached, it means it is an STO. Okay, there is an STO. You go to Popcoin. Popcoin is an ICO with assets because it is an ICO with assets. There's no really keep saying it's a short left to an ICO again. So an ICO is like your CRU, it's like your UNTBs. Those are your utility tokens. Those are your ICOs. They are not regulated. Okay, so with us, what is regulated currently that you say, this one is got a red tape? It is your WCRU. Your Popcoin, because it is an ECOWA, it's got its own white paper, and you will see that, oh, it is a coin offering, that it is backed up by all these assets, okay? And then you go to a utility token, which is your ICO, which is your UNTB. Your UNTB for us, it works because for everybody that needs to use our generated, so that it's going to be in demand, because each and every person that is going to be using the blockchain will use a UNTB to get RAM so that the blockchain will start running. Okay. And then ACRU is just a coin that is there. It doesn't have assets that are attached to it for now. It doesn't have assets. Okay. So you've got the 4 different types of coins in your own blockchain. Therefore, okay. So we spoke about in ICO, we spoke about the STO. So there is an IPO. Okay. What is an IPO? Anybody that has got an idea what is an IPO? Or let me ask it, let me rephrase it. Have you ever participated in the IPO that we've got into our company? Maybe I'll put it easy to say, what is it that we have done it in our IPO? Our IPO, which coin or which side it is our IPO? I can say only the Yvonne is giving me answers.
Sorry, leader.
IPO.
I still think that even if I put it there, it's still not making sense to a lot. So I'll just put it there for their understanding. It's like the abbreviation.
Initial
Public offering.
offering.
Yeah.
Initial public offering. Leaders, when we started the Academy of Private Investors, it was only an academy for learning about investments. What happened after Andre realized, we said, but I've got these students, what are they getting besides education? That is when in 2014 he met with Dr. Yunus Ali Yuniski, and it started up a project of Skyway. Okay, a project of Skyway because it is also a startup. It's got assets. It's
okay, I think Ulida Zoto is having some connectivity issues. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
We'll just give her a moment to come back.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
All right, cool. She's still there. I think maybe there's a call that came through. Okay. All right. Okay, let me simplify this while we're waiting for Ulida Zoto to come back. Okay, let me try and make it simple. Okay, Stanley will come back to you. DPO will come back to you. Where did you hear about DPO? But let me, based on what we discussed, don't confuse the things. Ne? You are way ahead of everyone. We are trying to get people to understand the simple terms, things like the ICO. Okay? ICO, initial coin offering. It's a initiative to raise funds. It's a fundraiser for somebody's idea. The risk is on you, the investor, the person that invests in that idea. Okay, but it's not backed by any assets. It's an ICO, okay? Or anything physical that you can see. It's like Yvonne having an idea and I don't have money. I cannot go to the bank to get a loan. Therefore, I rely on people whom I can sell my idea to. And these people, when they buy into the idea, then I give them coins. It's not even a token, it's a coin. It's an initial coin offering. So coin offering meaning I'm offering you the coins, you are giving me the money, and then with your money, we implement my plan. But there are chances that this may materialize or it may fail, okay? So there's a 50-50 chance. If it materializes, then great. So the next best thing that people do with the ICOs is they take them to Bitcoin market cap and to the external public markets. And the mistake that they do is to take it very soon before protecting it. So what I love about CRU is that we protected it well enough before we even went public. We made sure we did all the right things, because there's a lot of these ICO or these altcoins, because these ICOs will end up becoming altcoins on the public market. Okay, so we protect them first. Make sure that you've covered yourself before you give it to the public, because when it gets to the public, they're crucifying it. They're doing as they please with it. Okay, so that's the first part. ICO is a fundraiser for somebody's idea, to fund somebody's idea. So we are no longer going to the bank. We are using the people to fund this idea. Okay, but then the investors bear the risk. Me, as the person with the idea, I've given you the coins and I've listed it in the market. So when it's in the market, it's up to the market whether it goes up in price or down. So you need to know this. Then security tokens is Yvonne having all these assets in her name. And now Yvonne, with these assets, I have a choice, right? To sell the assets and fund my idea, but it's very risky to fund my idea. If my idea doesn't work, then I'm at risk. I've lost my assets to nothing. But then if I have this, or maybe these assets are worth keeping, right? They are making a lot of sense. So I just don't want to sell them for the sake of getting the money, cashing them out, getting the money, and then start executing a plan that I'm not even 100% sure will work out. Okay, so, sorry, before I even get to security token first, this ICO, the example study ICO that we are having, that we are holding on to currently, is what? Is CRU and UNTB, but primarily CRU, because that's where everything was based. CRU is the program, so that's the fundraiser, and we were successful to have that. We were one of the most successful people to have this project coming to life and bearing so many things. So ideally, yes, CRU was supposed to have been the ultimate security token, but somebody went and forged it. There was some forgery that happened, trying to destroy the idea of CRU, because they understand CRU is going to change a lot of lives. So that is why we ended up going the back route, the Reetsang, with the fundraising. Then we established UGPay group, and then started issuing the WCRU, which is the ultimate security token. Okay, why is it a security token? Because there's assets. Even before the ecosystem was built, there were assets already, because we own shares everywhere. And we have real estate, we have movies, we have everything, mines, basalt technologies, blah, 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 all those things. Okay, then Ulida Zoto asked about IPO, right? I think that was the third one. IPO. What is an IPO? It is initial public offering, meaning it is an idea of a big project or a big company that hasn't gone to the stock market yet. It's not in the public market, because IPOs are not registered like ICOs. They're not registered like STOs. STOs, ICOs, IPOs, they are not registered the same way. They will have different kinds of white papers also. The example of an IPO that we participated in is Skyway. Do you understand now? So security token, WCRU, ICO, CRU, and then it gave birth to our other utility token, which is UNTB. And we also gave birth to what? Our stable coin, which is our dollar from USDU. IPO is Skyway. I'm done. I hope it makes sense. You may proceed, my lead, and welcome back. Leaders, what were there? Or she muted? She's muted.
Okay. Thank you very much, leader. I was missing in one phone, but the other one I was on. That's one I was like, oh, wow, I'm missing. Okay, so let's talk about our IPO. We spoke about our train shares, which are pre-equity shares, which we used to call them FATs. Okay. For everybody that owns some pipes in the TNG tab, did you make sure that what is in your back office of Average TNG, the same as what is in your RSW, Uniski Transport System, which is RSW with a new name again. That is the Uniski Transport, String Transport, yes. So which one, did you make sure that the two are the same? Remember what we purchased first, it was these pipes. So we call them in our back office, the terminology that we're using was saying, no, we got some pipes. So I just wanted to make sure that before we continue, we are here to learn, to make sure that our back offices, we know how to work around our back offices. We understand what we need to do in order for us to be ready for specific time. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody that is here, did you make sure that the back offices, both of them, they tally? Or did you manage to order yourself a share certificate? I always say it is good for you to order yourself a share certificate, which is costing $10. Then it is going to be delivered in your place. Because God forbid, a life is not guaranteed. So that should anything happens to you, then your kids know to say, oh, my mother or my father had this pipes, and now I can go and claim them, So whilst we are still there, did we all do that? Did we all went to claim make sure that our back offices are the same? I just wanted to find out to say, our back offices the same? If not, please contact support system and say, I tried to register, I have registered my account with Unisti's string rate, and my pipes are not equal. I've got maybe less than what I have in my TNG back office. What is it that I need to do so that I can be assisted? Okay, so that they will say, okay, bring us the screenshots, they bring us this, so that we're able to do that. Can you see? Now somebody's calling me.
Okay, leaders. Let's just appreciate the fact that Leader Zotto is giving us her time. She's on duty, so she's just been kind enough to avail herself to teach us this valuable information. I hope you pay attention and we don't just listen, because tomorrow you'll be equally confused if you're not going to engage and speak. So let's pay attention. Let's ask the questions to clarify. Let's engage as much as we can. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Lydia. Thank you for holding for me. Leaders, can you see what are we doing? We are trying. So I'm taking you back. We are saying back to basics. As we are saying back to basics, I just want to make sure with everybody at par. Do you know what is it that you are supposed to be doing? So that even if we are not there, you can do these things on your own. You understand? So I can say there's one leader that says, no, I haven't done it. Okay, leader, I will assist you to say, what is it that you need to do? Maybe you might not be even having it. Remember, some other leaders, when they came to the business, already the pipes were closed. TNG shares were closed. We were only buying them straight from Uniski's string rail, no more from our back office of our TNG tab. Okay, if you did not buy them in a TNG tab, it's still fine. There's still a promotion running until the 31st of May. You can add up to your pipes. You can still take up your installment. You can still do everything. We are not promoting Skyway because we are in Average. We are still talking about it because most of our partners, when they came here, we started with the pipes, and some of them, they still have them in their back offices, and we are still having them in as a portion of inside our WCRU, so we can never stop talking about them because they are part of us. They are there. And so when another person is asking, I'm always saying, oh, voila, guys, we are still doing wonders because you can see our string transport is doing very good. You can see the movies are doing very good. You can see there is a lot of projects that are continuing and moving very good. So it's only one day that I still haven't moved her stuff or his stuff. Okay, I haven't done it. So let me see any question that I'm going to be doing that. Okay. So we are going to continue to the next slide. Let's see. Have you ever heard of the farming? You see, I'm starting with the small things. Before I go to the big stuff, I'm starting with the small things. Farming, what does it mean? I mean, remember, we've got farming, and you can see there's a big machine that has got all these coins. So you can see there's the Bitcoin, there is Ethereum, there is USDT, there's the Binance. There is a lot of the coins that can be farmed. So the farming does not necessarily mean the kind of insemin way in the real farm way. What is it called? The farmer is giving us vegetables and fruits and whatever that is called farming. So we also in crypto there is still farming. Okay, so we need to find out to say what is it that we can get from all these farming, because we need to find out to say what are we going to benefit from farming? What can you benefit from farming? Have you ever staking? Somebody says I regard farming as staking. Yes, we regard it farming as staking. Let me hear from other leaders. There is no correct answers, leaders, and there is no wrong answer, because we are all learning together. And if we learn together, you will be surprised at the end of the day what you can do for your self-information that we are giving you. Okay, so others they call it minting, others are calling mining. I'm gonna make it simple. I'm gonna make it simple. I'm not even gonna go back to the staking and everything. I'm gonna make it in a very simple way, a very simple way. Farming, it's like you planting a cabbage and getting spinach. Okay, so you are taking one coin, you are putting into staking, and you are getting another coin. It's a reward. For an example, in our company, you've got your WCRU, and I'm always saying, if you don't have enough WCRU, go and grab CRU and convert them into WCRU, because you are going to use your WCRU as farming. Because when you planted, when you have stake your CRU, in our terminology, when you stake up your WCRU, what are you getting as a reward? You are getting your UNTBs, you are minting UNTBs, you are getting for having WCRU. What else did you get? You also got Bob coins. Can you see? You had one coin, which is your WCRU. At the end of the day, you had how many coins? You had 2 coins that you had just generated for yourself. You have got your Bob coins. You also have your UNTBs. Okay, is it clear? What? Or maybe Leader Yvonne can put it in another way. Say, what is it that you can easily put it so that I don't want to go to bigger terms if we cannot understand the smaller terminologies. Okay.
So it is the same as take it like I wouldn't say unit trust for those that know about investments, like your traditional investment. So you're kind of like, it's like your 32-day money notice for those that are banking. You put your money in a bank, a 32-day money notice, and you have to give notice just the same way as when you are staking, right? But 32-day money notice is like you've locked your money and you are earning interest, but it comes in a form of money, right? So, but this one is you are putting in money, but you are receiving a different kind of reward, maybe points of some sort. You are locking it, but you are able to also unlock it, still receive your points, and then get the money that you put in, because you are not getting more money, you are getting points, meaning it's a different kind of what you call it, of a reward. Okay, some of it will be like similar to, let's say, UNTB. You are staking UNTB for UNTB, so it's that kind of like you're putting money into a 32-day money notice and you're getting interest out of that. Is the same kind of what you call it, same kind of currency that you are getting. Okay, so in our staking, we are doing WCRU and CRU, staking it for UNTB, but we know that UNTB is also an asset because it's the cheapest one, obviously, right? And you'll be able to mine as much as you can. It's like they're helping you to save your money. Saving money is not like traditional, because the fiat currency is losing value. You'd rather be staking and saving on cryptocurrency because it gains value. Although it's volatile, but it gains value. You've got nothing to lose, really. Do you understand? So that's what yield farming is all about, right? It resembles that of staking, but with a few extra added complexities. That's why it's not easy to just say you are putting in this money and then you are getting money. You are putting money. Oh, but with us, it's CRU for CRU, meaning it's similar. It's like that was the eventy thing. You are staking CRU for CRU. You are mining more CRU, right? But now when that finished, you are only having that that opportunity to stake CRU for UNTB, WCRU for UNTB, okay? And Bobcoin is coming in as a reward. So for now, we are not given that opportunity as yet to mine this Bobcoin, get the Bobcoin and stake it for UNTB or whatever else that we can stake it for. It's a reward. It came as a reward for having this CRU or WCRU that you have converted from CRU. I don't know if it's making better sense now.
It makes sense. I'm not
Okay.
going to talk for them. Leaders, I'm doing this for you. We are doing this for you. And leaders are not talking, you know.
Guys, if we are telling you, I don't really you need to say now, hey, whoa, you've lost us completely. Otherwise, we're gonna just say, go back to the recording because I've given the link to the recording. Go back to the recording and listen to it again. Maybe it will make better sense when you listen to it for the second time and the third time and the fourth time. These recordings are not there just for the sake of it. They are there as to refresh your
Yes, leader, clear.
your mind. Okay.
Okay, leaders, we are not talking to one person. We need to all communicate. I mean, I get missing. I get missing, guys. You know, when you are in class, you need to say, do you understand, student? And then they say, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel like that.
It's just a pity that sometimes some people are joining the meeting and they are having some background noise. If that wasn't the case, we would make it compulsory that the people don't even close their mics so that we can talk to them and hear what they have to say.
Because I'm worried if I get here and then I'm not sure.
But thanks for everyone that has given their feedback. We see that you are with us and you are paying attention. Thank you so much. You may proceed, my leader.
Okay, let's come in here. Now we've been talking about more of the Evercent. You are talking about more of Evercent. You say you are getting points, and those points in the future, you can be able to get some NFTs. What are NFTs? Okay. NFTs, the meaning of the abbreviation of an NFT stands for a non-fungible tokens. What are non-fungible tokens? Non-fungible tokens is a kind of a digital asset that can be taken from your GIF, your tweets, and there's a lot of where you can get up at these NFTs. They exist on a blockchain currency, and they give a buyer a digital ownership right. Okay. If you can check, there's a lot of NFTs that you can get. You can get the monkeys, you can get a lot of things. I'm gonna try to make it very simple. I had a terminology that I used that was very simple, but my other presentation got missing, then I had to quickly do this one. Okay. Okay, okay, so who's typing there so that I can see what was the question all about? Okay. Somebody says let me go back there. Okay. So I'm not even here. I need to go back. Okay. I need to go back and then let's see what we can do. Okay. While every Bitcoin is identical, non-fungible tokens are unique. Okay, what does that mean? You know, Bitcoin is like a coin, is like anything that is the same. When you're talking of WCRU, all of us are owning WCRUs. It is identical. What I own is what Leader Yvonne is owning. It is identical. But non-fungible tokens are very unique. It means if it is a specific thing, it is one thing, it is unique. It does not say what I own. We can say we are all owning NFTs, but what I own is not going to be what Leader Yvonne is owning. Everything, it is a unique, okay? NFTs are like a plane ticket. They look the same, but each and every one, it's got its own set. Can you see? We will all, when you go to the airport, I want this, I'm going to Cape Town. They will give you a ticket, all the tickets are the same, isn't it? But the ticket number makes it very unique, because you cannot have a ticket number 10 and you just want to go and sit with ticket number 1, sit number 1. You cannot have that. So each and everyone has got its own I don't know, I want to put it in a simple way to say, if you are in a plane, each and everyone's got its own seat. So with the NFTs, each and every coin is got its identification to say this one belongs to this person. Okay, it's got a different. Okay, in other cases, it includes digital or identities, and providing the ownership of like your real estate, everything. It's got its own identification. Like when we spoke of, you'll be able to generate your NFTs using up your points from EvoSend. It means if it's my face, if I do a funny thing, whatever that you'll be able to do, that's how you can do. For an example, if you can go to NFT, remember all these NFTs, they exist into the blockchain. So it is very important to understand how blockchain works, because when you go to the blockchain, there's a lot of things that are happening. Also, DAOs are also operating in your blockchain. You look at your masternodes, they're also operating in your blockchain. So you need to understand this. Oh, this one, it is here, and this is how it does. Specifically, you'll find that if they are running a DAO, it starts with the NFTs. So it starts as a business idea, the founders of specific entity to say, oh, these are the founders, and the founders will always have the NFTs, and then it goes to other things. And then that is why we are saying those tokens can be bought and sold in the as a second hand in the marketplace, but the rights will always remain with the originator, unless I decide to say I'm going to sell it to you, and you will always have those rights. For if it is a company, if you sell your NFT, it means you are giving your rights, you are giving your ownership to the other person that will be paying your own NFT. And I'm always saying it is very important for you to understand all this terminology to say, oh, that you can see that I am, oh, somebody says, oh, NFT is confusing me. Glad they're bringing the clarity. So before I go in, Leader, can you also add something on the NFTs? I can see you also understand them like I do.
Are we going through the chat? Okay.
I'm going through the chat.
Okay, I was just trying to kind of like break it down. What is the meaning of fungibility first? You need to understand. Let's not get into the terms yet. It looks exciting, it looks glamorous, and it sounds exciting and interesting, but you need to understand something. Something that you can trade for another, that you can swap. For instance, I'm giving you a phone, my phone, because it has the same functionalities as your phone, although maybe the brands are not the same. But for the sake that the specs are the same, specifications of the phone, the functionalities, it's an Android. It's got 8 gigabytes RAM or whatever it is. Yours has got the same. It's a smartphone. Maybe the color is different. So you and I can swap these things. I can give you my phone and you give me yours, because maybe I like the color of your phone. Do you understand? So those things are fungible. They can exchange for one another. Non-fungible things is things like, let's take it as simple as this. A person is non-fungible because a person is unique. A person is unique. Ntombi there cannot be another Ntombi. There cannot be another Yvonne. Your wife is unique. You chose her amongst all these other people, all these other beautiful women in the world, because there's some qualities that you saw, and she's irreplaceable. You understand? So your house, you built it in a different way, right? In a different structure, on a different kind of foundation, in a different environment, in a different place. Therefore, it is non-fungible. You cannot take my house and your house and we say, let's swap them, because first and foremost, the value is not the same. Secondly, the structure is not the same. The quality may differ. You understand? So those things cannot be interchangeable. So when I have to give you my house, let's say my house is worth 2 million rent, your house is worth 1.5 million. So do you see who's losing in the process? I am losing because I'm trading my house for your house, which is worth less than mine. It's just that I like your destination. Maybe you are living by the beach. I'm living in I'm living in the Bundus. Do you see? But those things we can never. That's why it's not easy for us to just swap around and say, I'm going to live in your house. You are going to live in my house, and we swap like that. That is why there has to be that legalities. The banks have to interfere and say, but then if Yvonne is giving you her house of 2 million, you are giving Yvonne your house of 1.5 million. There is an arrear of 500,000 that has to be settled by yourself. Do you see? So my house is unique, yours is unique. Not because of value, but different things come to play. They contribute towards the uniqueness of our houses. Do you understand? So non-fungible means unique. Fungible means we've got the same thing, exact same thing, that we can just easily trade for one another. I like the color of your phone. Your color is different from mine. So we are just swapping and nobody loses in the process. So, but most importantly, if you are looking at all these tokens in that are there, the NFTs or the tokens that are there, you cannot take an Evercent token, right? And swap it for, let's say, for a Bitcoin, because now you have just given away that right or that uniqueness to somebody that wanted your NFT. And the beauty about NFTs also is that you can, it's like copyrighted or trademarked. You can take your NFT and create your own token or NFT, like an avatar. An avatar, I don't know if you understand, it's like, if you guys are paying attention to the cryptocurrency space, there's this one called the ape meaning twin, the monkey. There's a board ape, there's this kind of ape, but somebody created the ape and made it an NFT. So anybody that's going to buy, whether the ape is happy in a different image, they're still buying under the license of that ape, because they are the first ones to take this ape and make it an NFT. Do you understand? So you will have these Evercent token points for now, but then they come in future, they become a token, which you can later take and create your own avatar. It can be anything, something that you see of significant value. You can take that NFT or that token and make it an NFT and make it unique. And anybody that likes it is going to follow, even if they can change the color. It's still, the license belongs to you. They need to pay you first. Do you see? Do you see the significance and the value of an NFT? So a Bitcoin is a Bitcoin is a Bitcoin. You cannot make it a different kind of Bitcoin. You cannot NFT-fy it. It will remain Bitcoin. Ethereum will remain Ethereum. You can never fake it. You understand? But this one, somebody else can take it and try and maybe just make it better, but they will still need to buy the license from you. That's NFT in a nutshell. I hope it makes better sense. Does it make sense? Can we just give in the chat 1 to 10 your understanding now? Is it clearer now? Oppo, you said it's confusing. Is it clearer now? How do you make art an NFT? because you need to own first that kind of token, and then you can come up with your art and attach it to the token. That's what you need to do first. You can make it like you have your own kind of art. Maybe you're an artist, but you don't have anything, because look, there's a lot of artists out there, but they are suffering. They're working so hard, sleepless nights and everything, but they cannot really make real money out of these arts. Do you understand? So that is why they end up taking these arts and making them NFTs, so that they know, because in the cryptocurrency space, a lot of people are making a lot of money. You make money out of dust, out of nothing in the cryptocurrency space. You don't have to have the money. You just have to have something to present that you can attach to this NFT and give it a name. And it's an NFT, and anybody can buy this piece of art from you, because there's people out there that buy art for like billions, millions and billions of rands or dollars. A simple piece of art. So imagine now when it's in an NFT form, how much are they gonna make? Because there's a lot of talent out there. There's so much. Like leader Sinalo the other day, he posted an article where somebody created an NFT out of like a headline that was not even thought about. It's like the first warrant arrest of Nelson Mandela. Who would have thought of that? Right? For those that are interested in politics, they value that piece of information. Or if they can at least see that, you see, like for instance, Robben Island, the cell that Nelson Mandela was sleeping in, they can easily take that and make it an NFT and say, this is his space. This is where he used to live. So they can NFTify it, and everybody will be buying it, because everybody values the history of Nelson Mandela and his imprisonment life kind of thing. All right, but I see it's kind of like opening up some eyes, some light. It's light bulb moment. Thank you all for your, yes, anything, but it has to have weight, not just anything just for the sake of it, but anything that has got value, that people will be able to value. I hope it's understood now. Right, carry on, my leader. Sorry for taking, I was just trying to make it clear for the people to understand what it is.
I'm still answering my boss here. You can continue. There's a slide there. Let me quickly do this.
All right, so I see now you are having some light, shedding some light here. Oppo, I don't know who Oppo is. Yeah, so advantages and benefits of non-fungible tokens, right? Non-fungible NFTs. What are the advantages? Obviously, they will be limited, meaning Uguti, they can, before they can even make it common, like something that's called, it's limited. Everybody, it's unique, remember? So it's something that you have produced, that you have attached to an NFT, therefore it is of limited edition. Okay? And it is indivisible. Indivisible? What's that? Is it like you are not okay, I don't know what the meaning of indivisible, that's deep English now. Or maybe I can look it up and see what it is. You see, this is the thing, my dear leaders. If you don't understand anything, okay, indivisible means you cannot divide it into different parts. If you don't understand something, there's something called Google. If you want to learn how to do something like create an NFT, there's something called YouTube. There's people that are giving you this information for free. You don't have to go and pay at university to go and learn how to create an NFT. Do you understand? So if you want to know what indivisible is, or a term that is not familiar with you, something called Google will dissect it for you and make it easy for you to understand. Okay, it is unique, as we also mentioned. Then the benefit of NFTs is that they are easily transferable. Okay, so there's no it's not as difficult to transfer, because there's a lot of things that are happening. Obviously, there's a lot of things that are happening in the blockchain, but it's easily transferable. So for instance, remember, it's my own NFT. So you are giving me, for instance, something for that NFT kind of thing, right? So it's easy for me to just transfer it to you. Trustworthy, they are very trustworthy because it's trademarked, it is copyrighted, right? So it's not a fake, you cannot fake it. It maintains ownership rights, meaning the person that has created it will always maintain the rights. But if I decide to now start sharing the rights with others, meaning that they cannot, what do you call it? They cannot tweak it or something like that. They cannot like, you know, where every time there's an original and then there's fakes after that, right? So if I give you an original and you go in and you create some fakes, then it means you have breached the origin of this thing. Now you have kind of like destroyed it. So with non-fungible tokens, you cannot do that. You are not allowed because you don't own the full license to it. The owner of it, it's up to them whether they want to now start sharing the ownership with the others or remain with the ownership. But remember, it's also a cryptocurrency. It will also be listed on the markets. Next slide, my leader.
Okay, I've made a mistake. Okay, it's okay, leader. I think for the time we've covered a lot of time. We can continue another day, and then they'll learn more. I think today we've done a lot. I think now we are talking tautology too much. We are talking a lot of information in one way. So let's give them time to digest, and then let's continue. Maybe tomorrow we're gonna go to another one, and next week maybe say Tuesday we'll continue with this language of ours, of our blockchain, so that they understand it much better. Because at the end of the day, they need to know, okay, we went in, we learned this much. So today they've learned about IPO, STO, what is it? ICO, ICOA, it's 4 tokens. They also learned about, what is it? What are we doing now? What are we doing now? I'll let you know. I'll remember. Can you see? Even and then NFTs. So next week we go on and do the DAOs. I think it's more information because if you want to go to DAOs, we're going to stretch until 2 o'clock.
Yeah. So I think the leaders have now been eye-opened. It's a light bulb moment. So you now know a little bit more about NFTs and the power of NFTs. You now know a little bit more. You now know more about ICOs, IPOs, right? So you now know more, at least, about these things and the difference. The ones that you are already holding, you can now start categorizing them according to their nature and appreciating them. It was just a matter of describing them. We haven't really like dwelled into the actual benefits of all these kind of cryptocurrencies. How can you monetize? How can you really benefit from them, from the ones that you are holding? So that can be covered also in the next what do you call it? In the next sessions, maybe not tomorrow, but in the other sessions. So we can start talking about them, and then you guys will then get to understand. So bring the people to come and understand. Maybe they will get to now believe in the things, in the assets that you are holding, because you are holding value, you are holding wealth where you are seated. You are just not aware. So, but nonetheless, thank you all for being here. Are there any questions, maybe, because now we are running out of time? Are there any questions that you might be having besides the ones that have been typed on the chat? For the sake of time, I'm going to ask you to please unmute yourself. Don't type on the chats because now we've run out of time. Otherwise, we are closing the meeting and you have missed out on the opportunity to ask the question.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is
I think you are muted. Please unmute yourself again.
Okay, yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm new here. My name is Ijoma, IJ. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Mr.
Yeah,
Mtali,
it's like someone else is speaking. So can I
Yeah.
hold on or can
Mtali,
I
can you please
continue?
mute yourself there?
All
Okay,
right.
yes, muted himself. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, thank you. This is my first time and I'm very glad to be in this meeting. And you leaders, you guys are wonderful. So as my first time, I don't know much about this cryptocurrency. I'm just new and I'm willing to learn.
Thank you. Where are you joining us from?
From here in Pretoria, Grasfontein.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grasfontein.
Awesome, awesome. Wow, we've got Ethiopia in the house. Woo!
Not Ethiopia. I didn't say Ethiopia. I said Pretoria.
Oh, Pretoria. Pretoria.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Originally, you are from
Next
where?
time, sorry?
Originally, you are from where?
From Nigeria.
Nigeria. We've got Nigeria in the house. But thank you, our sister. We are glad to have you, and we hope to see you again in the near future with all the teachings. Are you an Everreach member, or you are just coming in, or have you joined the business at all?
Yes, I'm an Everreach member.
Awesome, cool. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Unosiza says, thank you very much. We see Afunda. Hope kuzongena, we will understand. Yeah. Please, for the sake of you can just rewind whenever you have time. Go through this information that we have given you. The link has been provided in the description, but I will give it to you again. In your own time, do go through this, listen to it at your earliest convenience, and until you understand, we're not gonna be able to cover each and everything overnight, you see? So it's important that you know what you are sitting on top and how is it gonna benefit you in the future. And if you decide to keep it for your future legacy, as a legacy for your future generations, then you also obviously need to pass that information. Most probably because this thing is revolving. It's revolving, it's evolving. There's enough, there's too much innovation every single day. It's not remaining the same. There's more and more and more. The same way as technology, there's a lot of things that are happening inside technology space. So you need to keep plugged in. You need to learn as much as you can. Not to forget that our academy does give this kind of education, but obviously it's paid for, right? If you want to know the nitty-gritties. So here we are giving you high level, but if you want to learn more, you want to know how to trade, you want to do all sorts of things, then you would need to plug in and acquire the necessary education inside our academy. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Please bring others. Tomorrow we might be having something different because it's a new month, but please do come through and we will educate you to as much as we can. Cheers from us. Is Leader Ntombi still here or is she left?
I'm here, and thank you, leadership, for the time that you used to listen to us. We are all learning. We are all new to cryptocurrencies, and the little knowledge that we have, we'll share it with you so that you can always be at the same level, so that we don't leave you in game over. So what is it that we are doing? We are trying to make sure that when everything happens, for the leaders that are always here, we just decided to say, let's just add cherry on top of a cake, to say it's spicing in, and to say, okay, for being here, learn more about the company, learn what is happening, because all these things that we are talking about, they are there, but leaders, they talk about them like Bazikanga, they just cut on top, because you say, vote for a masternode holder. You don't know what is a masternode holder. They say vote, but you don't even know what you are voting for. What are the advantages of voting, and what will happen with the person that is holding a node? Those are the things that are happening. Like, even if you can check, a lot of companies, the DAOs, where they're coming from, there's a lot of things that are attached to these things. So you need to understand them small, so that when you get there, you understand to say, what is it that you have in your pocket? You might be having value. There is value in the pocket, but if you don't know it, you are going to dump it because you don't know the value of what you are holding in your pocket. Immediately you understand the value that you have, you will never, ever go and dump whatever that you have. Thanks from my side.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. My leader, don't leave, please. I think
Okay,
maybe
sure.
for tomorrow, let's just carry on from where we left off so that at least we have it covered because we couldn't finish everything. That's very important information. Tomorrow, guys, come, let us finish up where we maybe it will be shorter. I'm not gonna talk tomorrow. I'll just give the honors to my leader. Don't be to finish up because now when I talk, then I talk forever. So let's finish up from where we left off and then give you the value that you need. Bring others so that they can come and also learn. Cheers for us. From us, you may leave the room. Thank you, leaders. If you don't leave, I'm putting you in the waiting room.